have two of the former ITU Olympians next, and I'll ask both Ashley and Ben if they can work their way up. How proud are you with having a chance to race this weekend, at home? And as Ashley said, it's been a while since we had a big race in America, and there could be nothing better than seeing an American guy come across the line on the podium this weekend.
It's not very often that we get to race in front of like a big U.S. crowd at an awesome race like this, and this is just a great opportunity across the board to showcase our sport. There's a lot of prize money on the line. You have some of the best in the world at this distance coming to Dallas to race this. It's a beautiful venue, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm throwing on the red, white, and blue again, and always proud to represent the U.S. on the start line. And this is going to be a good weekend.
His countryman, Ben Kanutes.
All right, the Dallas PTO recap. Another result that doesn't really show the progress that I've been making. And honestly, it's been a pretty frustrating middle of the season. Kind of talked about that at length. Don't want to harp on it. I'm just looking forward now post-race to putting in some more training and working towards 70.3 Worlds. But going into Dallas, felt great, was confident, had some of my best weeks of training back-to-back, coming off the Collins Cup, and just started to really feel like myself overall, and was actually able to do quite a bit of heat training and felt like I was pretty prepared for the heat, which I haven't really raced the best in my career. Haven't done too many hot 70.3s, but when it came to racing short course, I was always a little off in the heat and just never really got the process fully correct, but felt like I could do that in Dallas with the prep that I had in Phoenix, and pretty much had everything kind of dialed even pre-race with an ice vest, staying cool, and was really just happy to be there in good spirits and looking forward to a good race. Starting off, I was way on the left side and had a great start. Felt awesome, was in first for the first half lap or so until Aaron Royal came around and Sam Laidlow, and they traded off kind of for the next lap and a half, maybe a little less. Well, I just kind of cruised on their feet, and for me it was all about heat management and just keeping it as easy as possible through the swim. I even took an ice water bottle, which is a first for me in a race, having a transition in the swim, so that was awesome. The race organizers did a great job trying to give us every opportunity to cool down, and exited the swim and was able to push through T1 and have a fast T1 and get out onto the bike in first, where was kind of just average bike legs. But really my main goal was just be as easy as possible through the bike to get to the run and try and express a good run in the heat. Didn't really have the best power, but that seems like, kind of a constant for everybody in this race with how hot it was. And was in the main pack for at least halfway. Once Sam and Dietliv came up and they put in a surge, I just found myself behind, I think it was Sam Appleton, who just let the gap open up a little bit to that group. And I tried to go around to close it, but it was too much for me to close that gap after it had opened up, and that would have caused me to overheat. So just shut it down and got myself to the end of the bike ride, where came off and found that I had pretty decent legs, which I kind of somewhat expected since the power was so low, but with the heat, you never quite know. And my past few races haven't really felt like myself coming off the bike at all, and really been able to run or race a run at all. So this was the first time, and the first 2 loops were super strong. I tried to run it conservative, but was actually running as fast as the leaders at that point. But that doesn't really mean much, because the halfway through the run, I think the heat got to me. I didn't really feel overly hot, but I think it might have been affecting how I absorbed my nutrition, and just maybe overdid it just a little bit for the current fitness that I have. So from there, it was a back and forth battle of trying to stay cool, get in a little bit of calories, and it went from, bad to not so bad to bad to not so bad. So that's sometimes how racing in the heat is. I'm probably, not showing fully. That 23rd place doesn't really show where I'm at fitness wise. I'm excited to get back to work and continue to build on what I did before Dallas, because 70.3s Worlds is the big goal for the end of the year, and that's what I have my eyes set on. Like I said at the beginning, the results aren't really showing the progress I'm making. It's pretty frustrating, I think, to have these sorts of results, but I'm just focused on the positives and what I need to work on. And this is how sport is sometimes. It's not always, winning races. I was taking, opportunities to race that I didn't want to miss out on when I probably needed some more preparation, but I've always been willing to put myself out there and take the chances, especially when it comes to big races. But with a good training block, I usually show up, especially for 70.3 Worlds. So that's the plan. Nothing fancy to it, just hard work. So thanks for watching. Follow along, and yeah, I'm gonna be as real as I can throughout the whole process of whether things go well or don't go well.